Hi everyone, welcome back to the garden. All right, time for an update and a project recap. It's been a busy couple of months in the garden and there's a lot that we did. So I wanted to recap, bring you along, and if you missed one of those videos, most of these things that I'm showing are things that I did get a chance to record and put together a video. So if you're interested in any of the projects that I did in my garden, you can go ahead and check them out on my channel, and hopefully that will help you out. All right, let's go. Here you're seeing the replanting of my beautiful bird bath before and after. And it has just perked up beautifully, and I can't wait for the color changes in the Cotyledon chocolate fingers. I did put an example for you guys so that you can see how it's going to be looking stressed. Oh my goodness, so many changes in my garden as far as the raised planters. They really did well. They became overgrown immediately almost, and I had to repot, replant, reorganize, but everything is doing well. One of the videos that I did post is me propagating this Vix plant, and it is doing great. I chopped it up and just put it in here, and it's been rooting and growing and looking beautiful. Here we have the sweet potato slips, and this is when I barely planted them. You can see them nice and shiny because I put neem oil on them. And here they are now, and they're doing great, but something is munching on them. We found a brown worm. I'm gonna have to dust them. Oh my goodness. Look at this Japanese cucumber. It started out a bit rough. It started curling. It wasn't getting enough sun, but once I took those tomato plants out of the planter boxes, they did great. Beautiful visitor. And here are the tomato plants that I took out of the planter boxes. They were humongous. I've been getting so many peppers. It's incredible. I am so happy with these plants. Here is my garden bounty. And my eggplant is doing fantastic. They are so delicious. We just love them in a stir fry, and I really am trying to propagate a branch because it is such a great plant to have in your garden. Here's some veggie art. And here is me trying to pickle my jalapeno peppers, which I did, and they turned out great. They are super yummy. Raw, they're so hot, and I'm not a hot pepper person, but pickled, I could take them, and they're great on nachos or just a piece of bread with some cream cheese. My lemongrass is doing great. My opuntias, well, what can I say about my opuntias? They are just great. They are established and giving me tons and tons of pads that we do harvest and we do cook, and it is a great source of food. My Rita opuntias have just started waking up. These, you don't eat them. These have a bunch of glockets, but these get purple and they're beautiful. I did post a video showing me replanting these pots, and this is the before picture of this pot. And here we have the after. and it is still looking as gorgeous as ever. These were cuttings, so it's not growing a lot, and I really haven't watered it, so it's doing great. Here is the second pot that I reworked. This is the before. And this is the after. It just looks gorgeous. The only thing that I changed is those aeoniums. They did not do well. They got kind of hot, so I took them out there and I replaced them with some mint truffles. And here they are. Beautiful. I wanted to share with you guys some of my inspired art. My garden inspires me all the time. My garden and my kitties. And this is a piece that I did, a mixed media piece. Here you're seeing the picture that inspired me, and this is the art that I produced. I am working on another piece. This is a big piece. It's an oil painting, and this is also inspired by my beautiful garden. It's in the process. And here you're seeing my garden muse, my beautiful fountain. Another video that I posted is this aloe vera. We had to remove all these babies, and we did plant them at my daughter and son-in-law's home. They look beautiful. They're doing great, and she is recuperating nicely. She got a little bit sad at the beginning, but she's very beautiful and thriving. We did go ahead and straighten out our leaning monstrose apple cactus. It is doing great. It went ahead and grabbed onto that dirt really well, so we removed the rope. We have a video of that on my channel, and we also went ahead and trimmed this front arm of this cactus in another video for propagation. So if you're interested in that, head on over to the channel and check that out. This is a pear tomato that we took out of the planter box, and we have it in this area, and it's doing great. And these are the little pear tomatoes. They're delicious. I did go ahead and rework all these little pots that I had in this stand. So this is the before, and this is the after. It's amazing how just doing a little rearranging and combining them and cutting them and pruning them and cleaning them goes such a long way and makes your garden look so much better. Oh my goodness. Talking about pruning, this little monster became overwhelming, so I had to trim down my Mexican salvia, and here it is, nicely pruned, and I can see my beautiful fountain now. This beautiful bowl needed nothing. All I had to do was enjoy it, clean up the face a little bit maybe, but it was doing great. My rosemary plant is thriving. It is just gorgeous. And I took advantage of some of the cuttings to make some soap, and here it is. These, my lemon and grapefruit trees, were in pots when I first purchased them, but I decided to plant them in the ground because I do want these to thrive, to get big and beautiful, and this is what I did. Here's the grapefruit, and here is the lemon. I do have a video when I went ahead and I moved these African candelabra euphorbias from their pots into the ground. So if you want to check that out, go on to my channel. Here's 3, and then the other big one I planted it on the other side of the garden, which it's just looking great. I did hurt it, and look at this. I have a little growth coming out of the wound, which is awesome. This is how resilient these plants are. Oh my goodness, my beautiful eucalyptus tree. Look at that. It is seeding and it is looking great. Pretty soon I'm going to have to cut some of those off and make some eucalyptus oil and some wreaths. Alright, we're going to my south side garden and I'm trying to rework it and organize it, and I did put some stuff in the ground, and I'm trying to think that I might have to bring some of the other plants over here if they replace the fence. So here is just my little pots. I went ahead and moved everything under the porch. I cleaned this little bench, or little cart that I'm going to be using as a seedling cart. And this is my beautiful Swiss chard and my awesome little cat that has been with me so many years. And here we have my beautiful Eve's Needle Opuntia. It is a weird one. I used to call it my Gumby because it is so interesting and it is just growing so much. It has a lot of new growth and just the shape is so unique. And yeah, this area is going to go through a big revamping, so the first step is organizing it. Here you're seeing my loquats that I'm propagating. They are doing nicely. They're little cuttings and hopefully I will get them to root successfully. Here I wanted to show you what I'm using as seed starter trays. It's just a repurposed cupcake holder, which is great. This is the result. I went ahead and planted some sage, and I went ahead and planted some other seeds. I planted some Armenian cucumber, some loofah, and some actually agave seeds. And we'll see. The cucumber came out right away. I'm still waiting on the others. My garden, my succulent garden, is doing so great. All the beheaded mamas and all the cacti and the echeverias, they are protected by the screen, and I do shield them from the hot sun, but I do need to clean these lights. They're all dusty, but oh well. The succulents are gorgeous. The Sahara babies are doing great. And it's just, when you get to this time of year, it's about de-webbing them, dusting them, kind of blowing them with some air, and just keeping this area nice and clean. And don't overwater these plants. I know it's getting hot, but the more you water them, the worse it gets. So if they're looking a little bit shriveled, give them a little bit of water, but other than that, ignoring them makes them grow even more beautiful, I think. Here's another look at the beautiful bird bath. I can't wait to see it color up and just look beautiful in my garden. And all right, that does it for our little tour and our recap of my garden. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video and I gave you some inspiration. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and welcome to all the new subscribers. I wish you health and happiness wherever you are, and I will talk to you guys later.